Hey, hey, beautiful souls. Welcome to Astro. We're going to say tea time. I joke and I say I'm your ayahuasca. I've never even tried ayahuasca. Quite honestly, I feel like those types of medicines, right off the hop, here we go, ought to be worked with in a really sacred setting. And I'm not sure that they are in um, Western civilization. So, anyways, welcome to Astro Tea Time. I am your guide for all things spiritual, and my name is Lisa D. Lyle. And this is my heart's offering here on YouTube. So, a very warm welcome. I have to say, there's a mix of energies about right now. There's a deep peace. There's a deep, hey, hey, Wolf Mother, welcome. There's a deep peace, and there's also, again, we were speaking about it earlier in the week, like this terse type of energy. I feel a little, um well, I guess it's anxious. Because I'm thinking about the weekend. 111 there. Make a wish, or magicians transform it. So how's everyone doing? We're right into it, apparently. Um, and I guess the anxiousness just comes around, is arising from the unknowing, from, my routine has been, um, let's say, flipped on its head because Rex isn't in the home space with us. So it's like, what am I going to do all weekend? What am I going to do? So I guess time will tell. And at this time, I'd like to ask that I'm a clear and pure channel to bring through messages from Source Divine, loving and kind, with the intention of supporting soul break frees and throughs at this time, into this timeline. So it is December the 4th. Happy full moon in Gemini, everyone. How are you feeling? The moon will be full at 6:14 this evening, December the 4th, Eastern Standard Time. So if you're in the Pacific, it's going to be 3 hours behind that, right? Don't ask me to do math today. I've been doing art class today. So there is some stuff. We're in a new book, everyone. Yay. We're in a new book, and I really love that it feels very platinum, gold, and there's like tinges, a touch of green in there. And this really feels like us. Yes, exactly. The same. Wolf Mother says her energies are all over the place, yet she's trying to just go with the flow. And ultimately, that's all we can do, is go with the flow and continue to go with the flow of the inner knowing, which, it's a courageous journey. Do, do, do. The heralding of courage, and we continue to grow courageously. They showed us that cowardly lion in the Wizard of Oz, which was, well, maybe that's a story for another day, where the streets were paved with gold. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow, 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 follow the yellow brick road. So, they show us this image of a cowardly lion, and yet we are the courageous lions and lionesses. Our heart, we have the strength of a lion, and it really feels like, I remember also as a child being told, like, pride, because I would, you'd be proud of yourself for something, and then the elders would say, well, pride is not good. That's, it's a sin. Well, if I'm not proud of myself, who's going to be proud of me? And perhaps those were saying that it was a sin ought to have maybe, let the child know that they were proud of the child, instead of letting the child always know what was being done wrong. Or, I always say, do you know? Do you know? I've got to work on that. That it bothers me. I'm like, it's like I'm talking to myself. Well, kind of I am, right? And right. That's another thing, and right. Um, at this time, though, with this Gemini full moon, and this full moon is a super full moon, and in Gemini, the sign of the twins. And although it's not an eclipse, we'll have eclipses again in March. Although it's at the time of the new year, that's frigging exciting, isn't it? Um, yes, it is. I'm feeling like anxious energy about, and I just saw something, and that's reminding me to remind all of you to keep your energy field clear, because there are, as we continue to rise, as we continue to show up in life authentically as ourselves, we're going to tick people off, right? We're going to tick people off. Perhaps we're going to tick people off that we've, cut out of our life. Even those who don't know us, we may just have that effect. And so they may, if we're not hygienically responsible with our spiritual energy field, they find their way in. It's like water always finds its way. And so it feels like clearing is really important. And even, where's my little bell? I thought I brought it here. Huh. I thought I brought the little bell here. But like ringing bells and stuff too, lifting the energy. And so at this time, this moon feels eclipse like. The effects may feel eclipse like because the sun in Sagittarius at 14 degrees is in this space that's called the Great Attractor. And it's like this void in space. The astronomers don't know what it is. And I find it really interesting that I'm actually I just came across this in the last couple of days. And I find it interesting that the sun in Sagittarius, the senator, going for it, riding to freedom in this life, it's and being uniquely who you are. That's the greatest gift of all that we give ourselves. And then what a gift if another sees us as we are and loves us as we are. What a gift. But with the sun in Sagittarius at 14 degrees in this void space of the Great Attractor, this is speaking to me of like the potential of truly wishes and dreams. And I've been reflective. I'm often reflective. I've been reflective in just quiet moments at the end of my day. And it's like, because sometimes the old voices come back, right? And it's just from, they don't last, they don't stay. But, that little nagging, the ego wants to get back in and wants to take control of us again. And it may say, like, you may as well just give up. You're not going to get what you want. You're not going to get it. And the biggest lesson for me this year has been in believing that I'm worth it. And it always takes me back to the connection with Frank, because he taught me how to receive. And it wasn't easy. And then he died, right? Like the biggest abandonment of all, he died. And so it's been this whole really transformative journey in the last 7 years. And on the 7th year, right before the time of his transition, coming across this, and we're having a full moon now. It's 7 years ago, we had a full moon on the 21st. The full moon in Cancer was on the 21st. So I guess, yeah, we're lined up. The full moon in Cancer will be in January now, the first full moon of 2024. That's really beautiful too. But like with the sun at this space, with the Great Attractor in this void space that nobody can put their finger on it, they don't know what it is. It's pure freaking magic, ladies and gents. It is pure magic. Why would we not believe? Trust me. If I, or don't, I'm not going to say trust me. Trust yourself. You know the life you've lived. I know the life I've lived. I know all that I've overcome. I know there were moments when I really shouldn't have, like, I shouldn't be sitting here, defied all logic, miraculous, and angelic intervention. And there's a reason for that, because we do, after everything that we've worked through, after our ability to um, hold space for ourselves to heal and summon the courage from within, that energy of the lion heart, or, black bear energy, big, strong energy. Like, we did it. And so why would we not believe that, like, the very best for us and is meant to be? I believe it. I believe it in every fiber. And yet there's moments, 1111. There's moments there where, it's like, I don't know what those moments like. I guess there's moments of, like, uncertainty, because we're playing in the magic of the great unknown, the great mystery. So, and there's a lot of other things going on. So this great attractor attracting our wishes and dreams, finding a shell load of tektites, as I did on the final day. I believe it was the final day of October of 2025, like a once in a lifetime find. I've never found tektites before. And so that was pretty amazing. Otherworldly, intergalactic. We are multi-dimensional, and we are healing and bringing in wisdom or support from really high dimensions. In recent days, I've felt a lot more, and I haven't really felt this in a long time, because I've been really focused on, the gentler energies, like the angels and my loved ones in spirit and stuff, who love me unconditionally, who have been supporting my ability to nurture myself through their loving care, and then my loving care through action. And so I haven't felt in a long time, I guess, really since the tektite came in, is the galactic realms. I forgot. I almost forgot. Let me clear my throat. Let me clear my throat. I need to clear my throat. So in recent days, especially when I get into, like, my little healing nest at the end of the day, the galactic vibes are so strong. And for me, the galactics always come in, like, those that love me unconditionally. Well, the galactics do too. Loved ones, angels, ancestors on the left. The galactics, the high vibe tribe, I forgot. They come in on the right, and they come in cold. I cannot believe. And when this energy, like, there's literally, my body gets so cold. I usually run hot, that. And it's been happening. And some nights I've been in bed, like, in a onesie, in a hoodie over top of that, under a massive, like, really massive blanket that, anybody would run hot under that. You can sleep under it nude, honestly. But, like, in there, as this new energy is coming in, it's almost because we are remembering, it's this energy of the platinum light, Lisa. It's like, it's otherworldly, and we are the miracle, and we are the ones here who have overcome miraculous. The fact we're sitting here is a miracle, and we've overcome miraculous feats because we've planted the soles of our cute little feet on Mother Earth. And so we also have at this time Mars trine Chiron tomorrow on Friday. And Chiron, this is interesting. So Mars is in Sagittarius. Chiron is in Aries. Yeah, Mars. And Chiron is the wounded healer. And we've talked a lot about that on this channel. And we've talked about the wounded healer as healed. Today was really interesting because they had me write consciousness through wounds. And so Chiron is really the consciousness of the Christ, the resurrection, right? The taking the arrow out of our own heart, if you will. The sun. So I wasn't really guided to dive too much into the astrology. Like you'll see what's come out. And then it was like an art class. And I just go with it. So the sun is trying the moon's nodes at this time. Or on, I didn't write a date there, so it must be now. Mars is square Saturn on Monday. Mercury is conjunct Chiron right now. Mercury, the planet that just went direct, the planet of Gemini, full moon in Gemini, Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. So these are powerful times. And I was guided to write Mercury conjunct Chiron, 12.4, and the moon square Chiron on 12.8, which is Monday, I believe. And the message that came through is wound healed, the healer's rise, homecoming of a lifetime, here now, becoming authentically human, soft and warm, love restored, love's reward, lay down your swords, and then all the doop-de-doos. And then I was guided over here to draw this kite. And there is a kite going on in the sky. Don't ask me. We've talked about it here before. I don't even have my old notebook. But that kite's still going on with Jupiter and Saturn. Everybody's involved in this shift. And we're the ground crew here to resurrect the consciousness of the Christ, of the light, to right the ship, if you will, and viewing each of us as the ship. I can't speak these days. So I was guided to draw this kite and write sacred kite, higher calling, restoration of sacred, righteousness, and heal within. And you can see there's like the kite, and then there's the infinity symbols intersecting at the heart, the intuitive heart that trusts what? In my experience, it's like this year has been deeper than ever, trust in the inner knowing, not giving up. Because in the past, we may have given up on ourselves because we, like humans, like instant gratification, right? I want what I want and I want it now. And that's not the way love goes, because love grows. And most engage in connection with others without really even knowing one another. And so where is the space for love to grow? We have to, I look around and here is the space for love to grow. And we are multidimensional, and some of those dimensions are our ego, the astro, so the ego, the astral body, the etheric body, and the physical body. And I was guided to write that and then do this work of art over here. Yeah, you can see it here. Coming of Christ. So it started, the writing started. So the spirals came through the heart, one side of the heart blue, one side pink, and then spirals coming from the bottom of the heart. I mean, it's in the moment. I just go in the moment. And then after that was drawn and the spirals came through, the words came through, we are the second coming of Christ. Love, handwritten, and then another spiral. And then down in the feminine spiral, it says, we are here now to resurrect the light of Christ, love, and then a spiral. And then the words came through, honor, compassion, Sacred love in action leads to soul satisfaction. Love in motion. And then this beauty came in, and it started with, and it was 11:44. So I had written 11:44 down because I just happened to glance at the clock. So I'm like, what in the heck is going on here? What's going on here? And then I see 11:44. So I'm like, yeah, you're in it. You're in it, Lisa. And so then through the 11:44, another infinity symbol, and then the spirals, and on one spiral, masters, the other spiral, angels, and then the infinity symbol coming down from the center of that, and the heart in the center. And love was written in both of the ends of the infinity symbol, 3 times in one, and one in the top one. It's almost like this cosmic, dragonfly, butterfly unfolding, again. And then under that, I was guided to write integration, communion, soul union from within, pure essence, innocence restored. Does any of that make sense? It seems like a lot to me. Like it has me kind of feeling like the need to catch my breath. 21:21 there. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones that make a brighter day. So let's start living. It's a choice we're making. We're saving our own life. It's true. We make a better world, just me and you. Is that how it goes? Acceptance. Yes. The acceptance of who we are. That's the greatest gift I'll leave 2025 with, is my ability to show up here every day. And, if you've been around for a while, if a decade or more, you'll know it's been rather inconsistent in this space, periods of time of consistency and great discipline, and other periods of time of not so much discipline and consistency. And in 2025, the greatest gift of all is the ability to allow myself to just be me. Like, why am I hiding? Like, why? Because to hide is just to deny who we are, right? Like, so acceptance is key for all of us. And this is a 55. I just heard hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. I don't know why that came in. It's almost like we're saying, because 55 is like this 10 energy, wheel of destiny, wheel of fate spinning in our favor. We've gotten ourselves out of off the wheel of karma because we've cleared our karmic debts. They're asking me to take the bottom card, so I will. I'm not going to look at it yet. We've cleared the karmic debts, but this is the 55 is that 5 energy. We've had a lot of it this week. Here, the drifter. Here, oh my gosh. Here. How y'all feeling? Are you comfy yet? No, it's pretty uncomfortable. I mean, my body has like been twitching for days. It's like, yeah, it's been kind of twitching and maybe glitching to restore, or perhaps glitching in order to, it's like shifting a car into the next gear. If you've ever driven a standard, it's like that switch to the next gear. And as we do that, it's almost like you got to go down a little bit and then you go up. And so in the going down, we become more grounded, experiencing life as it comes. That's what acceptance is, these 5 energies. And so in order, the easiest way to move beyond the discomfort of the energy of change is to make the choice and decision to do so, to welcome the new beginning, because you've done your emotional healing. You're here to experience joy. And these fruit flies, that's That's what I mean. That every time I see these fruit flies at a time when there really shouldn't be fruit flies, I think of like, almost like parasitic energy that wants to be in our space, and why it's really important for us to keep our space clear. I don't like that. At least we see it though. Now you probably think she's really crazy. I'm just going to light the Palo Santo because it can be too much sometimes. So, I don't like that. So again, I'm putting my feet on the ground. Actually, I'm not guided to say anything, just to do that. So, I was 25:55 there. Did they just have me pause like that so I could look at the frigging time to really confirm that yes, we all may be feeling some level of discomfort, and to not judge ourselves for what we're feeling, and to continue to do the healing, the inner work, the day to day, the next task, the chopping wood, the carrying water, the mopping floors, the doing dishes, all that stuff, to just keep doing it and be good to yourself. And I really feel like I just heard the big break, the big break. And the big break of what I'm feeling is the big break of that comes with the emotional healing. We freed ourselves. We freed ourselves from the experience of being human, and what it has, what I was going to say, like what has been done to us. And yet they're saying, no, like it's what it has done for us, not what has been done for us. Again, we are the ones that cleared the karma. I can't believe I'm saying all this. Oh, yes, I can. The seat of the heart. 25:7, chariot energy again. Finding out about this, they're saying the bottom card, so I'll do that again. The great attractor up there at 14, the sun of in Sag at 14 degrees with this void space in our universe, in our cosmos, I don't know, in the heavens, this void space. And it's the great attractor is bringing us, sending to us all that it is we need as the sacred seed. Oh my gosh. As the sacred seed of the heart. Where's that other card? Oh, there it is. As the seed of the heart coming online. I found a tektite heart, right? An otherworldly, bringing the otherworldly into the experience in service to the beautiful children of light who incarnated not for a life of fright and slavery in the mind and the physical, in all of it. We are the ones here who have emancipated ourselves from mental slavery. I mean, we may dip back into it from time to time. We don't stay there because we live beyond the mind in the heart space. This is the most expansive space of all, right? It's our compass, it's our magnetic field. And we're here to answer the call. If you're here and you resonate with me, 100% you're here to answer the call. If you're decades younger than me, trust yourself now. Trust yourself now, unequivocally, because we're always guided. And it's only in those moments along the way, in the last 30 years, when I didn't trust myself, I harmed myself. Can't blame other people. Like, no victims, volunteers, right? We're all adults here. I trust. And so trust yourself. And the seat of the heart is to answer the call. That's what we intended to do. And we intended for our wishes and dreams to come true. There's no doubt about that. We did. And the whole entire loving universe did as well. It's almost like it's a It feels like a gift from the divine for a job well done, for overcoming everything, and to return as the beautiful seed of light that you arrived as in your power, the purity of heart. Our purity is power. Did I say that somewhere? Something came through today about innocence, right? A return to innocence. Yeah, innocence restored, pure essence. And this is the spiral of grace. And then the next card we got is the spiral dance of the goddess, number 29, which is an 11. I actually did some dancing this morning because I just needed to. And it's like we dance ourselves through the pain and out of the pain until righteousness is restored again. And we come home to, again, that void space, the purity of the heart, the magnetic field that it really can't be explained. It must be felt, and it is felt. And when we see the wounds we see in the world are the wounds that we've healed within ourselves. And so in some 3113 there, in some way, shape, or form, that makes us, especially if you're of my vintage, like I'm not saying I'm an expert. I am an elder in some ways. And that there's honor in that. And it's not like we don't feel above another. How could we? We're all sisters and brothers, and it's almost like we're here to guide each other home through our own walk with our very own heart. Oh my gosh. My little dog's got something going on. Lou, are you okay? Again, everybody's out of sorts in the household because Rex isn't here, and he's out of sorts over there where he is. That's what I'd be doing this weekend if I had reliable wheels. I'd be going to get that dog and bringing him back home. I'd do the road trip. The spaces between worlds. We are, and with this full moon and in the void space in our cosmos, in our galaxy, in our universe, the great attractors there, and we're working with that space of the great attractor. This is the 24, which is a 6. 6 is what gets us out of the discomfort of the 5, is we make the choice. We make choices. 6 is also that lover's energy, and we've had that multiple times this week. We've had the high priest and the high priestess come out together. We've had where was the other one? This one, the shared space card, twin energy. We've had the lovers come out. We've had the 9 of cups. Like, you can't make it up. I'm not trying to sell you like a make-believe story. What you believe, you make appear. That's it. That's the great attractor. It's like, it's almost like the universe is saying, show yourself. 333, 4 threes there on the clock. Believe in yourself. Do it. You are the magician. You are the alchemist. You've walked through it all with hand in hand with the divine. Hand in hand with the divine. Beyond the mind, the sacred heart beats, and we're always guided deeper into the space between, I said the space between worlds. It's the space between words. And yet between worlds, so the telepathic. So the space between words is that interdimensional space where there are no words. Sometimes there are no words for a lot of things. And yet, humans, we're going to be human, right? That's what we came for. We're going to try to find the words to convey a particular message. And that's okay. I mean, that's the great part of being human. We're here for all of it. And yet, those of us here, the spiritual warriors, the natural born leaders, the natural born healers, we some of us may be here to put into words this essence of source, this essence of kindness as we walk our path with gentleness and compassion, and remembering love is an action, and we are here seeding a legacy of love. And so, with that being said, I hope something here has resonated. I don't know. I just kind of feel like I'm in the spiral of intuitive instead of the logic because nothing makes sense. The more you try to make it make sense, the more confused we make ourselves. Like, can we just surrender into what is here and now? It feels like that's the gift. So, with that being said, I'm going to say so long for today and trust that something here resonated and makes sense for all of you. I'll be back here tomorrow. Probably let's do 5:55, I think. If you don't see me at 12:21. Yeah, so I'm glad you commented on that. I was guided to bring Black Bear out. He was a guide that came to me back in 2017. And actually, when I think back of that time, he came to me at a very beautiful time. I received him as I was in northern country enjoying time by a lake. And Frank was alive at that time. And so then Black Bear came through. And 2 nights ago, because he was here yesterday as well, 2 nights ago when I came home from work, there was a strong call. He called to me and wanted to be seen and wanted to be in place of Myrrh here because he's all about, this image is really all about trusting our inner knowing, our intuition that's coming in from the divine, the spiritual realms, and the guidance that's coming in from the spiritual realms. You'll see all the, I'll let you like intuitively work with him as you're called to work with him. But there's so much, all the blackness in there. That void space is the unlimited potential for creation, for co-creation with the divine. And it's almost like we're to wear our divinity, to wear our gifts as a headband. It's like a crown that and the crown is the color of the roots and the sacral chakra, the emotions of it all, deeply rooted. And here, I'm saying here through the thymus and the throat chakra is really the high heart coming online, the soul coming online at this time and speaking. Not all of us are meant to speak like this. I mean, there was a time I didn't want to do this at all. When I was a young child, I would cry. Speech art season came. I didn't want to go up there and read a speech I had written in front of the class or anything. Times have changed. Times have changed. But all the vibratory energy, it's like, this is what we're here to do, to emit our unique frequency of the divine. And trusting as we do, we magnetize into our experience through authenticity, that which is meant for us, that which is meant to support us in the journey of being human. Does that make sense? Because we have all that we need. We're supported always from within. So this frequency, this magnetic field that we put out calls into us all that is meant for us in this experience. And I'll be honest, I speak often these days of like a counterpart energy. Kind of feel like I get stuck in that, and I don't like that much either. So Wolf Mother says, that's so beautiful. I love that. Have a wonderful day, Lisa. Thank you for sharing your time, energy, and sacred medicine. Oh, well, thank you so much. It's honestly a pleasure and a deep honor to share, and just delights little Lisa Lyle that there's people that resonate, and there's people that out there that um, are having a similar experience, and some experiences are parallel experiences. So it's so nice to connect. And with that being said, I'll be back here tomorrow. I think I'm going to do it at 12:21. Just keep it consistent, and then I can just have the whole weekend to myself to do whatever it is I'm going to do. So have a great day, Wolf Mother. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing space and time with me and sharing your loving medicine with me. For everyone else, if you've made it this far in the video and you resonate, please do consider hitting subscribe, hitting the thumbs up, dropping a comment down below. Uh, Let me know how life's going. And so until tomorrow, I see you, I feel you, I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for showing up and pouring first into your own cup and then spilling into mine. For that, I'm eternally grateful at this present time. Take good care.